Hey everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back with a new video. It's another open carry report for March 17th, 2025. It's been a while. It's been a very, very busy 2 months. I'm now a homeowner, and I'm done. The home buying process sucks. It was a bit tiring for me. The phone calls, just the various decisions that had to be made. But I'm done with that. Um, we're slowly moving into our new place. It's not far from where we live right now, but it's an actual house. It's made in 1960. And it's got my favorite feature, wood paneling. It's got wood paneling, and the front room and the kitchen. So it's like kind of like an L shape, and the rest of the house is pretty nice. I hope to be back doing more videos, like indoors, like just doing more project videos. I'll have a small shed where I can do a little bit of work from, and maybe even maybe do a little few welding projects I can record for you guys. But one thing that has not changed, I'm still carrying openly, and we are a year and 10 days in on South Carolina being a constitutional carry state. I'd say so far has been a success. I haven't heard any stories about blood running in the streets. I know people, no real, acts of violence that's due to, to restoration of gun rights. None of that has happened. It's actually been pretty peaceful, at least from what I can observe. Obviously, crime is always going to happen. It's always going to happen. No matter what, no matter where you go. But so far, it's been peaceful. It's been a peaceful thing. You can even say it's been kind of boring, because of really no one, not too many people, not too many people carry openly. Now there are a few people who are in the comment section, especially those who live in South Carolina and many other states. They talk about their experience, and I do appreciate those stories. Trust me, I appreciate the instances where people talk about, the kind of reactions they get from other people, and I think something that should be kept up with. I think I'm gonna keep doing it. In fact, one of the things I would say that really for me keeps the channel alive is doing these reports, because, as I said before, when I moved to South Carolina when I was 12, one of the things I was very excited about seeing was people carrying guns on their hips, because when I come from in New York, you don't see that unless they're cops. And I didn't see that when I came down here. So once it was legal for a person to carry openly, and more just to carry openly, I was all in. And now I carry openly and I need a permit. I'm definitely all in on that as well. There are still instances where it's good to have a permit. If you want to speed up the process of buying a firearm from a licensed dealer. Some private sellers, they ask that their customers have CWPs, and if you're going to carry outside outside the state in different areas that may require that you have a permit with wherever state you come from. Those are good instances to have them. But I fully support no permits whatsoever. Until we get to that, on a national scale, I think this, is still a goal worth achieving by just going out there and carrying. And really, I don't care if you carry concealed or open, just carry the freaking thing. Because there's always been, I always talk about these debates online, basically, open carriers being denigrated. But I say, listen, it's not too many people are going to know about carrying unless they see people carrying. So I say, if the situation permits it, don't let it hang out. I say just have a nice looking gun, have a cool durable holster, and go about your day. Let's see. So I did have a I did run to open carrier a few weeks back in February when I was shopping at Sportsman's Warehouse, and it was a guy like he had like I think it was either a SIG. I think it was either a SIG or an FN. I can't quite remember, but he had like a special Kydex holster. I couldn't really make out what kind of retention it had, because I got a buddy of mine who he carries his FN 45 and a Safariland holster, and their retention system is on the inside. And the same as with my Browning High Power, with the Belgian. I did a video on the Belgian surplus holster. The retention system is on the inside of the holster. My EDC carry, my 1911 in the Serpa, it's on the outside, so it can be kind of hard to see. But yeah, the guy was carrying a tactical pistol, had a flashlight attachment and everything. And I think he had a red dot as well, and he was carrying openly, and that was cool. Um, I was at Dollar General a few days ago, and I was going by my shopping, and a guy had asked me about he think it's cool see someone carrying. He said he liked to do it himself. I said, well, you can do it. This is now he didn't say he didn't have a permit. I said, well, this is a constitutional carry state. You need to have a permit. Um, don't need a permit to even purchase because there's even this thought that you gotta have a permit to buy a gun, which is maybe the case in some other states. I think they're trying to make that the case in. I think it was in Washington. They're working on a bill to where you have to have a permit to buy a gun and buy ammunition, which is insane. But not here in South Carolina. It's a pretty open state. And let's see what else. Trying to think of any other stuff. Can't think of any other stories that's popped up. The one thing I will say that now, it's a fire truck goes by. Go get them. Now that I am a homeowner, I have a yard to take care of, and one of the things I was doing when we started moving in, I have this drainage ditch that runs in front and in back of the house, and in front of the house, it's oh man, the Lord be with them. There's a lot of open area in the front of the house, especially where the drainage ditch is. And I was open carry by 1911 while cleaning it out. And it's kind of a way just a way of just another thing of it, kind of just showing, hey, look, this is a right that you have. It is worth exercising, and I don't mind doing it while I'm doing chores. I had to take my gun off my hip for a brief moment when my truck got stuck in the backyard. So we had like 2 inches of rain on Sunday, and the backyard got real waterlogged. And I tried to back up with some stuff I was moving as some equipment that I have, and I saw that I sunk in a bit, mainly due because of the welder in the back of the truck. The welder weighs about welder plus the skid that it's on, probably around 600 pounds, and that didn't do me any good. And I was in and out of the truck trying to dig up some of the dirt around the wheels, and got to the point where my new neighbor, he has a 4-wheel drive Dodge, and he works for DNR. He was actually able to hook a chain up to my truck and help pull me out from being stuck. So I really appreciate that. It makes me consider buying a winch or a come along at least. I was actually talking to my buddy Billy, see if I can get some material from him to build a winch, like a winch bumper. Because I hate that. I hate that feeling getting stuck. I've been stuck before, but the times I have gotten stuck, I've been able to get myself out from using the 4-wheel drive. But I was down to my differential. That's how deep down I was in the soil. Which I guess is kind of good because let me know the soil, it's very moist, and so maybe I can get back into growing corn. Because I haven't grown corn in about roughly maybe 5 years. I think I want to get back into doing it. If I have the time to do so, because Lord willing, I'll be a father in May. So keep me in your prayers in that situation. Other than that, things have been going okay. I really haven't bought any guns. I did do an upgrade to an AR project I was working on. Hopefully, I can do a video on that someday in the future. But at this point, I'm really as far as guns, I'm looking more into trading. Seeing what stuff I have in my collection that if someone's willing to trade. I've done the ammo trades. I actually trade. I remember I got my ballistic helmet by doing an ammo trade years ago, a long time ago. But if anyone's willing to do like some type of trade for what they got for anything I may have, I'd be interested in doing it at this point. But that's my video. So far, that's all I got to say. It's been a while since I've done a video, but I'm happy to get back in front of the camera to do one for you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to talk about your experiences with open carry or with constitutional carry where you live, whether it be South Carolina or anywhere else, please share your thoughts. Share your experience in the comment section. If you want to help out the channel, go to my homepage on YouTube, look for the PayPal link and or the Cash App link. All donation amounts are appreciated. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I'll certainly address them. By the way, happy St. Patty's Day to To all my Irish viewers out there, um, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's another Open Carry Report for March 17th, 2025. I'm Edward Jones. You guys take care, be safe, stay strapped, and God bless.